From The Dark is Rising by Susan Cooper. They walked as old friends walk, without often speaking, sharing the kind of silence that is not so much silence as a kind of still communication.
Merry Grumpmas. You're listening to a new episode of the Reading Room Ruffians, your favorite library podcast. This is Mallory, and I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need to tell you that my bestie, the mistletoe mistress Ariel, is right here with me.
Ooh.
Our Supreme Overlord Carla was spotted kissing Santa Claus just moments ago.
I have no recollection of this.
And we are recording from our library in Jackson County, West Virginia. Zach is settling in for what is sure to be a long winter's deep dive over in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, I'm all cozy up here with my coffee and my cat.
Yep.
Good to go.
All right. Well, we are discussing How the Grump Saved Christmas by Claire Kingsley. This is my deep dive choice. And I'm just going to say, I was kind of disappointed by this. I thought it was going to be a lot funnier than it was. I was not a fan.
I feel like our deep dives here lately have kind of been like
Flops.
Yeah.
Whatever. Mine was amazing. You guys just didn't like it.
You're still Lord of the Flops.
Yeah.
So whatever. It's
Whatever.
fine.
I don't know. This one was pretty bad.
This one, I would say funny is not in this book at all, hardly.
She messaged
Not a funny
me
one.
the very first night that she started it.
Yeah.
And she's like, have you started Mallory's book yet? And I was like, no. And she's like, I hate it. I was like, okay. The
Wow.
first chapter, I was like, I can't do this. Oh my God. So then I skipped ahead to like see if it got better, and it was not. And she looked to see, because she was going to try to like power through with like an audiobook.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she didn't want to buy it.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Because it's awful.
Yeah. Whenever
She's
I
not
bought
bad.
it was literally just $4. So like, it's
Yeah,
fine,
mine was
whatever.
really
I
cheap.
had
But
an Audible credit, and
Yeah.
I think I'm going to return it.
yes.
And get my credit back.
That's what I didn't want to do, though. I was like, well, I don't want to use a credit for
Oh
this.
my gosh, it was
so-
like that was 16 quarters too many. Yeah, I'm gonna return it and get my credit back.
Oh my god.
I mean, your pick last year was amazing. I
Yeah.
thought it was so funny.
was very
it was
cute.
so
Yeah.
nice. And this one is like, oh my God, Scrooge has nothing on these people. He could have taken notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's bad.
It really.
Yeah.
I feel like it was over the top, dramatized,
Mhm.
grumpy. Like there is no realistic way that someone is actually that out of it. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I just
They need to be on
cannot see
medication.
it. Like a functioning human adult. There's no way.
I don't know.
I've
I
seen
don't
people
hold
that
my
grumpy
breath
before, I think.
for Not humanity. consistent.
I mean, that's fair.
This
That's
was like
fair.
a consistent.
Okay.
Do we want to actually like say what the book was about
Yeah,
instead
do
of just
that,
Yes, please.
how much it sucked?
Yeah, I don't have anything handy for it, so that's
Zach, read the
I'm not
synopsis.
prepared.
Oh my gosh, read the synopsis. 1 second here. The Grump Save Christmas. According to
Grump.
the Goodreads, this is the synopsis. It starts off stupid. Holy night to grumpy night. Hardworking Isabel Cook has a serious problem. Her family farm, site of the Tillicum's Christmas village, is in trouble. Big trouble. And worst of all, the man trying to buy it is none other than the grumpiest, grinchiest man of them all. Elias Stoneheart. Also, yeah, the guy's name is Stoneheart, which is like,
Yes.
that's a little
I know.
known.
That's way too on the nose.
Basically, though, the farm is basically going out of business because it doesn't make any money. Elias is trying to buy it because his company wants to make a data center on the farm because it's more remote or something like this. I don't really understand it. They say it's more secure and whatnot. And Elias and what's her name? Isabel used to be a thing. They almost got
Mhm.
married
Of course they did.
In high school.
Of course.
in high
they
school.
did. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
but
how it
then-
always works.
But then he left, and now he's going back to visit because he's got connections, and he thinks that he can convince them to sell the farm.
Which
And
is
that's
so
the book.
silly of him.
Smooth talker.
So silly of him, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
okay, so
Mhm.
I'll give this to you, Ariel. You did not. Ariel didn't,
didn't read
this,
it.
just so we're all clear.
It's finals week for me.
I kind of felt like Elias, especially at the beginning, was like that Brogan guy that we hated.
Brogan
Like
guy.
he got from Carla's Deep Dive
Nora
for Nora
Roberts.
Roberts.
I
Yeah.
thought he was worse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he was worse than
Yeah.
the Brogan guy. Yeah.
I
This
didn't
is,
think he was.
Rogan.
I don't remember
He
which episode
wasn't
this
nearly
was, but-
as possessive of her, which I like. Like that gave him points in my book, but I still was like, man, it was that level of snooty, snobby,
Mhm.
just. Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was not good.
I didn't,
He was,
I didn't think he got any points.
Kind of the worst.
I'm sorry. I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
now I wish I had picked another one of my rom-coms, like Christmas rom-coms, because this one,
There was no
Like,
calm. It
no,
was
no,
Yeah, this
there
was just
really
a rom.
wasn't.
Just a rom.
Yeah, it was
I mean-
very disappointing. Like, it sounds like it should be
Yeah,
hilarious.
it does. It really does.
This one
very
really leaned
And
a
I
lot
thought-
more into like the Hallmark version of
Yes.
things than
Yeah.
a typical rom-com that you picked out, I would say.
I agree.
But even Hallmark has like redeeming qualities, and I just didn't like
Oh
this
no,
one at
I
all.
see. That's the thing. I did think this was better than a Hallmark movie, but maybe I've just seen a bunch of really bad Hallmark movies.
Yeah, like I
Well-
think this was just a step above.
With a
Yeah.
Hallmark movie, you know it's going to be stupid.
Yeah.
You go in knowing that, so you have no expectations
Sure, there's
of it being
different
a phenomenal,
different
you know,
expectations, maybe.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
wanna,
You just- you know it's not gonna be
watch
high
the
quality.
New one, Hot
Yeah.
Frosty.
Oh
I
my
wa-
God, stop.
Hot Frosty?
I want to see it so bad.
Okay, but like, did you
That
see
should
the
be
thing
good.
I shared on this? It has a higher Rotten Tomatoes rating than I can't remember the movie, but I was like, this is such fakeness. Freaking Hallmark movie about a snowman.
I want a Hot Frosty.
what?
It's a snowman. It's a
Snowman
hot
turns
snowman.
into a man,
Uh-huh.
okay, and then they fall in love.
Yeah,
It's
like
got
what
an
happens when it gets
80%.
warm?
I have no idea. I have
Holy
no idea.
crap.
Yeah, it has a higher than like
Nope.
That's that
80%
is
of
the critic
things on Rotten
score.
Tomatoes.
The audience score is 53%.
Yeah.
okay. So essentially, who's taking their time to carve a hot snowman? First,
I
of
don't
all?
know that. You know,
Who
he
did
was
that?
hot when they carved him. Never mind.
No,
there was a
he
picture.
was,
yeah.
yeah, because
He
she goes
was.
up to him
Yeah.
and she's staring into his little snow eyes and being like,
This is a movie?
Yes, yeah.
It's a movie. Yeah.
And
I know,
then
I'm telling you.
something happens and he becomes a person and he runs around the town naked
Mhm.
because snowmen don't have clothes.
Right, yep.
So
The-
they
I mean,
they
sometimes they have
carved
a
a
hat and a
hot
scarf.
anatomically
That's about
correct
it.
I
snowman.
guess.
Apparently.
Okay.
I don't
That's why I'm like, who's taking the time?
Somebody needed some warming up. Like, relax. Wow.
Anyways, sorry about that sidetrack.
Honestly, it was on par, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
I think I was too busy comparing this one to last year's. And I wanted
Yeah.
another feel good fun.
Yeah.
And it was
I mean,
don't know.
it's got
I-
some
I
feel
didn't
good
think it was.
moments in it. It's fine. I'd say the second. No, the last third of the book was a little bit better than the first 2/3, but
That's pretty bad.
it is pretty
I'm glad I
bad.
didn't read it.
see, I was too aggravated
Yeah,
by
it-
then. It's
it
like
really-
this is like, oh, I don't know.
It really did not meet my expectations.
Yeah.
It still got 5 stars, and I'm not even sorry about it, but like
What?
Yeah, no, I definitely give it
There's
3.
the
Your
ending had 2
stars mean
epilogues.
nothing. Mean nothing.
The ending had 2 epilogues that were really,
It did
really
have 2
good, and I
epilogues.
just loved them. And it was like a
She gave
really,
a whole
really
star back because of these
did.
epilogues.
I did. Yep. I did. And they were just very nice. I don't know. It was like if it could have been like a little bit more there, like he still could have been grumpy, but just not that
No,
awful.
no.
I don't know.
Those were 2 different people.
Yeah.
The dude at the beginning of the book and the dude at the end of the book were completely different.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
Maybe he went to therapy.
His therapy was Christmas trees.
Yeah, Christmas
I
trees
mean,
and
some people's therapies is much worse.
Cocoa. No, Cocoa is what did it, remember?
It
melted
was the
his
cocoa.
cold heart.
Yep. His
Oh,
cold
dear
stone
God.
heart.
I'm sorry.
Carla's
I'm just gonna be quiet.
struggling.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
We want to
No,
hear
no,
it.
no. We
Go
got to
for
hear
it.
this. This is what's
Let her rip.
entertaining. Is how much we complain about. I think that honestly, the books that we don't like are a lot more fun
I think
for
so
the listeners
too.
Yeah.
than the books we do like. Just saying.
This
Like,
just was a
this
hard
one
one.
was-
It was just a hard one for me to read. I skipped pages because I'm like, I can't do this.
So no. Why was it hard to read? Like I
Because
didn't
I
find it
couldn't-
hard to read. I just found the main guy annoying. Like
I think it's because I wasn't in the mood for this type of book, and it was like a forced. It was like
Mhm.
like an it was like a chemistry text. I'm sorry,
It's a big letdown.
you have to read it, but it's like you're not really getting anything out of it, and and sleeping on it, you don't absorb anything. So
Yep.
it just was not. Or that or physics. I had trouble with physics too. The books. It's like, oh my god.
No, I
No,
mean it's
physics
fair
is
because like
interesting.
we were definitely expecting like hilarity,
I
and
was,
we
I
really
was.
didn't get it. Like
And I needed that. I
Yeah.
think I needed that. I didn't.
especially if you go in expecting it,
Yeah.
like it just is hard to recover from
Yeah.
that.
I was actually looking forward to it,
Yeah.
and then it was like, what the heck is this?
Yep.
not
This
funny.
is like my
No.
happiness class.
Not what I signed up
Yeah.
for. I'm sorry
This
about
is my
that.
happiness
I'm
class
sorry about
all
that.
over.
It seemed like it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
That's what I worked on this week
So I
instead
wanna
of
go
reading.
I want to go hunt up a funny, pleasant thing to listen to or to read
Yeah.
or something that.
A funny, pleasant thing.
Yes.
A feel
Like-
good book.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't
I
read
mean,
feel-good
with
books,
no
so I
redeeming
got nothing
values,
for you.
really. Just like there's no
Have
morals.
you read any of TJ Klune's feel good books?
Oh,
His are
Yeah,
always
you should
more,
read
like, in
those.
depth.
actually, fun thing. Slightly off track. The Goodreads Choice Awards came out today,
Oh
and
no, I didn't vote on the rest of them. Oh man.
I haven't voted on any.
the TJ Klune one, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, was rated favorite fantasy.
I gotta.
Yay.
That's on my. Maybe that's what I'll use my credit on when I
Also-
get it back.
Favorite fiction, The Wedding People.
Okay,
See, I saw
have
it
that.
on there.
I have
Yeah.
that checked out
Yeah.
on Libby, and I have yet to start it. And I also have the Kaiju Surgeon one
Mhm.
on Libby. Haven't started it.
Oh my God, Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon.
Yeah, I have them on Libby, but I don't think I'm going to get to them before they have to go back. So
Oh well.
because I'm still trying to finish the 4th Paladin book, and it's so good. Okay, I love these books.
They're so
and
good.
it's been a week at least that I've been reading this one, and it's only like 9 hours.
Yeah.
Just
Like-
been too busy.
School has absorbed my life.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Especially
I
at the
was
last
listening
stretch.
to Legends and Lattes too when I started this.
Oh, I'm
I
reading that right
love
now.
that
There you go.
one.
Yeah.
That is
I
a
mean,
good
it's-
feel-good book.
It was.
It's
And now
fun.
I'm listening to, was it Books and Bone Dust or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bookshops and bone dust.
Bookshops. Okay. Yeah. And so this is the kind of the vibe I was going
Yeah.
into this book with,
Yep.
thinking it was going to be another fun,
Same.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Did not
I'm
happen.
going to nope.
See, and
Go
now
figure.
that like
and I
we're
think I was too aggravated from the beginning
yeah,
to really I was too stubborn to let go and just
like
go.
yeah.
I was like, "Oh god, this is killing
Never. You're stubborn?
me." No,
Holding
just
a
this one time.
grudge?
Just this one time.
She doesn't hold grudges. That's
don't.
me. She burns bridges and
That's
she
right,
she just
walks
burns
away.
bridges.
I do.
Oh.
It's like I have matches with me all
And
the
there
time.
is no rebuilding.
Nope, it's done. You're lucky if you get a holler from across the creek.
You know, one of the main issues with this book was, aside from the fact that the main guy, Elias, is just a curmudgeon, like, to some ridiculous degree, is it not just way too long, too?
Yes.
This book
yeah,
is
I really felt like it drug
50%
in
longer
spots.
than it should be.
Yeah.
It should have been like
Yeah,
250, 300 pages. You could have easily
I
done
really yeah.
the whole book in that amount of space.
Or
And it's like
150, that would've been
500 or
fine.
something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was like a 6 or
Yeah,
No,
she
5
was
hour
like,
It's
book.
"Oh,
339
it's a short one.
pages
It's a
apparently on the
short
Kindle
one."
edition. It felt like it was 1,000. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
It
so
really
long.
did. It really did feel like it was a lot longer
250.
than it should have been.
250 would have been nice and make him slightly less curmudgeonly in the beginning. I
I
don't
think
know.
150 would have been better.
Or just like a more believable version
people.
of Grumpy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Had they
I
been
just-
people.
yeah. I will say I loved his assistant though.
His assistant was
Van,
nice,
she
yeah.
was, yeah.
She
She was
called
cool.
him out on all of his BS, and I was like, "You go, girl."
Yeah.
Because like, where do you have to go on Monday? With my daughter. You have a kid? Are you joking? Like we
Yeah,
have
no,
talked about this
that's the
before.
thing.
You idiot.
He's, yeah.
Like
He was not
I
even
just straight up.
believably.
No,
like-
No.
like
That's
there is
the
no
issue,
way.
partially
yeah,
at least.
I just for me it was there was too much drama to the grump. Like I don't know. It should have been more effortless for him to be grumpy than
Yeah.
it was. I don't know. I don't know if
I
that really
thought
makes
the
sense.
secondary characters were more believable than the main characters.
But yeah,
I thought
Yeah, of
they were like
course.
they were too stereotypical or like too over the top. I don't know.
yeah. And I loved his aunt and uncle. And I was so mad at him for not ever going back to visit them.
Yeah. I don't even understand his logic for not
No,
wanting to
me
go
either.
back and visit his family because it's like, well, it's not that far away for one thing.
No.
But no, what like he didn't even say. He said he didn't. Yeah, at least at first he didn't think that they really cared that much or something like that. But then he tells his stories about, or we get
Yeah.
flashbacks back to when he was young, and in the flashbacks he can tell that they care. So I
Yeah.
don't know what he's on about. Like
Me either.
none of that made sense at all. His motivations didn't make any sense.
He like somehow gaslit his own self
Yeah.
to think that everybody that actually cared about him hated him. And it's like, I get that,
I was getting ready to call
but
you
not
out.
on that level. But not on that level. Like there's no way I don't know. I just straight up it was so extra, Ariel. Like it was like there's no way. There's
I like
no
how
way.
you immediately looked
Yeah.
at me though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I knew it was coming.
Like
She called me out hard the other day. I was
Oh
like,
my-
don't even.
yeah, that one was good. We laughed about that for I really am surprised you didn't come out and like shush us or whatever, but you were in the back processing books.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's when I had a headache.
No,
I
yeah.
was trying to ignore the world.
That's
yeah,
fair
we
too.
like I called her out and
Mm.
I cried my makeup off laughing.
Oof.
Oh dear God!
Yep.
This is what you do when I'm not.
We do
It
it when you
wasn't-
are there.
It wasn't
Not that
expected,
bad.
honestly. What even was it?
You said something about somebody not picking up the hints that somebody liked them or something like that, and I was like,
oh yeah.
"Oh yeah, Mallory, how did they not tell?"
How do you not know? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Mallory. And I was like, oh God, I've been smacked.
She's like, "I didn't expect you to come for me like that."
kind of funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't this book I've seen a Hallmark movie actually similar to this. Literally the Christmas tree farm, but not the Christmas village. I don't think Christmas Village was part of it, but turning the Christmas tree farm into more than it was. And I really thought that the general storyline was fine. It was really just him.
The
Yeah, it's a
characters.
framing
Yeah.
device. It's fine. He was awful at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even the rest of the book wasn't that great though. I mean, if we
No,
go through,
It was a little fluff
It was-
book. Like
it was a fluff
I
book,
was
yeah.
not expecting
it was
a whole
too
lot.
long. Didn't need two
Yeah.
endings, additional endings.
I mean, I allowed those. Those were fine for me.
I think if it was
personally.
a fluff book, I don't know what they were using for fluff.
Just
No,
Cinders, maybe.
no,
Just
like most of it
snow.
was very
Like,
wholesome. The
it's
second half, of
snow,
the
and
book.
that's it. So, like,
Like it was kind of grossly wholesome.
It's like it lost me at the beginning. I tried. I just couldn't do it.
Maybe you
I
should have
could
put it
not.
down and gone back to it or something.
I tried. I tried to sneak back up on it, and then I accidentally forgot it at work, which I think probably was a subconscious. Like,
Yep.
I'm not dealing
yeah,
with
she's like,
this.
I couldn't read it. I left it
Accidentally, yeah.
here.
Well, I really
Oops.
did because I had it laid out to take home. I just didn't pick it up.
I do that all the time. I can't even say anything.
yeah.
So it's like, where's that book? Oh, it's on my desk.
Oh no.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, yeah, that's when I watched that
Oopsie.
stupid sci-fi movie where the landslides targeted people. That is
Yeah, she came in and told me about that. She's like, I forgot the book, but let me tell you about this movie.
Oh god, it was like so stupid.
That's
It was-
fantastic.
I mean, the characters are as bad in this movie as they are in the book. The main guy, he was I guess a geologist or something. He had a doctorate,
yeah.
which was mentioned several times. I don't know what in. but he had one. I mean, this is going to be the worst earthquake ever, and he's talking like this. And he tries to call in a warning and doesn't identify himself. And, of course, they think it's a prank call. So, I mean, it was like there's never any, like, level of excitement with him. And his girls, which look like they're the same age as his wife, they could have picked younger people to play these parts. But we're not going to go there. Anyway, they were, like, over the top hysterical. It was just... Everything was so stupid.
Yeah.
And when there was like a tremor and rocks would roll down the hill, the only place they ever rolled was where somebody was at. And they were so fake. And it was like it was hilarious.
That's probably some built-in asset on whatever.
I mean, you knew it was going to be
editing.
stupid. Yeah. And one of them, this old guy, it's like, I don't know where he came from. He was walking across the hill and the guys were like, oh, there's a rock. And of course he can't hear. He's too far away. And it actually leaves a blood smear. I was like, what the heck? It was awful. Awful. And one of the ladies that really helped him out met to an untimely end later.
No.
It's like, it was horrible, but I loved it. Because I knew it was going to be horrible going in. I knew. I'm
this
like,
is
I wish
the
I'd done
thing.
popcorn.
Especially, no, I like we used to watch all the time when we were kids, these really bad sci-fi movies. And it's just the best. I don't know. I'll just tell you.
It's because they're stupid and you know it and you can laugh at it. And
Exactly.
It's like,
And they're super fun. Remember that one where the world blew up at the end? And the whole advertisement
was, like,
thing was that the world was going to blow up at the end, and then it does, and you're just like,
It really
what?
It was like, don't touch the button. Don't touch the button. We were wrong. Don't touch the button. The guy was
And
like,
then it gets- the whole thing. It's just like the last shot of the movie is a zoomed out video of the Earth, and it explodes, and that's it.
We were
That's the whole
wrong.
movie.
yeah. I mean, they're screaming, we're wrong. And it's like, nope, they said to do it.
Oh,
God.
It was
And
funny.
he did it. Yeah.
Okay,
I was
okay.
like-
Let's get back on the book briefly. I want to talk.
Yep.
I want to talk
Okay,
about.
I'm sorry.
um,
I will be
a
quiet
few
because I
things.
can't get. Okay.
First off, this is it's based in Washington. The dude lives in Bellevue, which is
Yeah.
it's
been
pretty
there.
close by to where I live. It's 15 minutes away, something like that. On the other
Isn't
side
that
of the
where
bridge.
the farmer's market is? Is that where that was at?
Huh?
Or was that? Where was the farmer's market?
No, that's not where that was. The farmers market
Okay.
is in downtown Seattle. Bellevue is across the Sound.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's on the other side. It's the nicer, like prettier, cleaner looking city that's right next to Seattle. Like they're very
Okay.
close to each other. Anyway, he works in Bellevue, which is kind of neat. He goes to Tillicum, which is not a place, but it sounds like it's based on Leavenworth, which when you guys have visited, have we been down to Leavenworth at all, by the way? I don't think so.
I don't know because I don't know towns.
Leavenworth is the German little village out in the mountains.
No.
How far
Anyway.
away is it?
Well, it's about 2.5 hours, something like that.
You took me somewhere pretty far away that was like a little town.
We might have went there then. I don't know.
Because I had
If not,
fish
we'll
and
go there
chips.
sometime. Anyway, so Leavenworth it's just definitely a tourist trappy place, but it's cute and it's fun. It's nice to go in the winter because there's all kinds of Christmas lights. It's very pretty. And there's a reindeer farm, which is also very nice.
Yeah.
I've been there. And I got to feed the reindeer. So basically
How
it's a
come we aren't going
successful
to Zach's
version
for
of their Christmas
Christmas?
village. But my question is, what in the world are they doing the rest of the year?
They weren't doing anything. And that was like the biggest problem. Why wouldn't you do something else?
Christmas
Like,
all year.
I mean, you
All
could.
year.
And that could
Well,
be
even
a thing.
so.
People
Yeah.
would show up. Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
be
but they weren't.
fantastic.
They only did it during the winter time. And
So-
Yeah,
it was
the rest of the year they
very
didn't
confusing
do
for
anything.
me.
You could be like, come see the baby reindeer. We
Yeah.
have new additions to our herd.
Yeah.
Exactly.
People
Well,
would
they
rush out to see
talked
stuff
about
like that.
doing that in the book, and
And
they
then they
don't
never
do
did.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
That would be so cute.
no
to see
wonder
baby
this
reindeer.
place doesn't make any money.
I know.
It works for 3 months out of the year, and the rest of the time, I guess they're just feeding the animals. What else are they doing?
And that's expensive.
Literally nothing.
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
sympathy for these people.
No. Because, like, her parents are like, well, I mean, at least her dad was. It was, like, actual farmers. Like, how do you start a farm like this and then not do anything else with it? Like,
Yeah.
you have your Christmas village. Capitalize on it, obviously, during Christmas time, but, like, do something else with it. I mean, what if you made a Halloween town? What if you made, like, a big 4th of July thing. Like, you could
Christmas
do
in
anything.
July.
Yeah, Christmas in July. I mean, you could do Christmas all year. I mean, that was a good idea.
Pet the reindeer.
Because there would be people.
Yep.
Not me, but, people.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do see the baby.
People will come.
Well, in wintertime, yes.
Me.
But
No,
not,
they're
not in
born.
July.
I would be there.
They're not born in winter.
all year long.
Well, I mean, any reindeer.
All
I mean,
year
I saw
long.
the reindeer. It was in June last year.
Yeah.
That's
love
that's
that.
the only time I've seen them.
I want to go see the reindeer.
Actually, you sat on the back of a reindeer one time.
We saw reindeer just the other day.
Yep.
Wow.
They're at the Gallipolis in Lights opening ceremony thing.
Oh,
They always have reindeer.
See, I hear
Oh,
stuff like this,
okay.
and
And so Jim.
I think I need to get reindeer.
you gotta
can
remind
earn
me
money.
about that.
It's like,
'cause-
what am I
did tell
thinking?
you.
well, did you tell me they had reindeer? Oh.
Did
They
you
have
know?
free cocoa and cookies. They have Santa. They have reindeer. They set off fireworks. They do all the lights.
I knew they did all the big stuff like that. I guess
was
I
not
didn't realize
invited,
that
by
they
the
did
way.
reindeer.
You wouldn't want to come
No,
anyways.
you wouldn't
it
have
was
wanted to go.
freaking
'cause-
cold. And there's
Probably
like
fair.
1.5 million
Not
people. 1.5 million people. Okay, don't even this. I'm not even invited. I invite you all the time to things, and you're like,
Not that
no.
one.
But that's the one that counted.
Yeah. I would have seen the reindeer.
Shoot
I
me.
could have had hot chocolate.
Shoot me. You want to spend the evening with Michael?
No.
There we go.
Wow, called out on the pod.
I did
Whoop,
see Josh Carnot there, though. That was really cool. Like, he walked by, and I saw Anthony, and then I saw Josh, and I was like, Josh? And he looks at me, he stares at me for a minute, and he goes, Ariel? And I was like, oh my God! And I
That's
went up
kind of
and hugged
crazy.
him. Yeah, because I haven't seen him since we graduated.
That's been a while then.
Yup.
So this you're old now.
Yup. He lives up in Pittsburgh now.
Really?
Told
Pittsburgh.
Me, yeah, he told me he bought a house up there.
Interesting.
And then said that he was trying to fix it. And it was funny because it used to be an old crack house.
Nice.
I don't know if it really was,
good
but
bum
that's what he said.
in old crack houses. That's what they say. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the book. I'm sorry.
Back to the book. Yeah, stop derailing. Stop derailing. Point is,
on a
they
crazy
should have
train.
gone out of business because they didn't do anything the rest of the year. And then, I mean, yeah, I would have just sold the farm.
And
You
then they
kidding me?
just hid the bills. They didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
they also
like,
just hid the bills.
like
Most
yes, they,
irresponsible.
like their daughter, right? So Isabel, right, is like trying to help them with the farm, and they literally just did not ever tell her about anything that they had going on with the farm, like monetary wise. Like she's trying to keep them afloat, and she does pretty good, but it's like she
Yeah.
finally finds like something, and she's like, "You have to tell me everything," and then it's just like
And
a
they
whole
still,
thing.
They still didn't.
No,
They
no.
Found out later about another. So they have like they have some loans using the farm as collateral, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't remember what they got the loans for, but anyway, they got it for something, and then they got another personal loan on top of that with some
And they like
ridiculous interest
refinanced or
rate.
something, didn't they? Like they'd done all kinds of stuff.
So there were at least 2 or 3 loans that they needed to pay back.
Mm-hmm.
That one of
They'd
which
have been better off
Isabel did
selling.
not know about. Even towards like the end, she didn't know about this until they were gonna have to get rid of the place because the loan was
The
gonna
really
get bought out
bad
by
loan. Yeah.
Elias's whatever person
Crappy coworker.
coworker dude.
Listen, that guy was a real trip. I'd have probably punched him where the sun don't shine a couple of times for how he
Wow.
acted.
I mean,
listen,
he
like
was fine.
at first,
Do my
whenever he was
favorite
persistent,
thing.
but then he goes up to her and starts laughing in her face about losing the farm. No, sir. No, I will kick you. Don't even. Mm-mm.
See, that's when you do my favorite thing in the whole world that I want to do to somebody, and you've yet had the chance. You go up to their door. You get on your knees. You knock on the door. They
Yeah.
open the door. You punch them and say, "You know what
You
you,
know why.
did," and then
You know
leave.
why. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
One of these days, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it.
You better do it soon because you'll get to a point where you can't stand back up.
I'll crawl away quickly.
You got like what 7 years
Tuck and
before you're
roll.
40.
Oh my God.
Then you're done.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Mm.
It's like I'll tuck and roll.
Tuck and
Like
roll,
when I got
boys,
down on the
tuck and
floor with the
roll.
kids the other day, it's like somebody's got to help me up.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. They're just
They're really irresponsible. I didn't like them.
yeah,
I like their
did not
personalities, I guess,
understand.
for the most part. But the more you find out about how stupid they were with everything financial,
Yes.
dealing with
Yeah.
that place, and the fact that they don't do anything during the summer or
Yeah.
the rest of the whole year, it's absurd to me.
And in
And,
reality,
I
how
mean-
do you get that many loans
I don't
if you're
know.
not paying the other ones?
I do not know.
Ask Michael.
Well, okay.
She-
Point taken. Point taken.
Yeah,
No, people will just give you loans. Sometimes it's ridiculous. I don't understand it. But they'll
Nobody
like,
gives me loans.
they use the farm as collateral. I think at least twice.
mhm.
So it's not great.
Anybody out there? I need a small loan. I have $1 million.
There you go.
No big deal.
It's
Ask
I don't
for
know.
a
It's
grant,
kind of absurd.
not a loan.
Although I will say,
Ooh, yeah. Thinking ahead.
how much were the okay? So this is Seattle area, right? Roughly 2 hours out, you've got a farm. Presumably, it's fairly big. 100%, they could sell that for a few $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Easily, a few million. 4, 5, maybe. I don't know. Unless their loans were absurd, they could have retired off of that. I mean, they're not
Mhm.
like it doesn't make sense.
But the farm.
Did they ever even say what they were offered?
No, they said it was a low ball offer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a low ball offer, which whatever.
I'm nosy. I wanted to know.
Yeah, no, they didn't do any of the numbers. I'm pretty sure because, well, for two reasons.
Probably, yeah.
The author just didn't want to do it, but also I
No.
think that if they would have put out the numbers, it would have been even more stupid.
Yeah. In essence, I get that. But that was one of those things that just like nagged at me was, what was it? I want to know.
I mean,
Well,
they
'cause
could have
it-
probably made money had they like done something that
Yeah.
they could sell and went to Pike Place.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could probably
well,
make your loan payments, by doing something
And,
there.
they're saying like we would have to rehome everybody. Well, if you're getting all this money from this company, why wouldn't you take your animals with you and just
Really?
buy a smaller plot of land for a nice little mini farm? Like, why wouldn't you do that? And then it's just you and your reindeer and your donkey.
or just keep
and-
like a little bit of it. I don't know. It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
A chunk of what they had.
I just
The
I
only thing
didn't
they
get
wanted
why
to
it
keep
was all or
like,
nothing.
well, they wanted to keep the donkey. They wanted to keep all the animals. It's stupid.
Yes.
I don't know. I get that you're
In
attached
my-
to them, but like this is literally your life. Like I mean, you're gonna lose everything regardless. So just you're gonna have to sell it and get rid of them. Sorry, that's the dealio. I mean, if it was like a cat or something,
I mean,
guess it'd make a difference.
in
but-
my mind, if they were getting enough money for the farm, like they could have just relocated them.
Yeah,
to
I don't
wherever
think
they
they
were
were though.
going.
I think they were probably getting not enough to pay off the loans, or about the same amount, so they
Maybe.
were broke even, and they would have had to have worked or something like that. That's the only
guess that's
logic
fair.
I could put in there as to why they wouldn't just sell the farm. I mean, sure,
I
they've
guess
got
that's
this
fair.
whole story about like, oh, it's important to the community and whatnot. It's like clearly not that important. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Well, I doubt that anybody in town knew how bad it was, because if their own daughter didn't, like,
yeah, this is true. That's a good point. They probably did not know.
Because like
Seriously,
as soon
guys,
as they
so
found
go to
out
Leavenworth.
they were
It's
going to
better
have
than
to
this
close,
place.
they were like, "Oh, suddenly we all care." It's like, well, okay.
I don't know. It doesn't matter when they've got like millions of
2
dollars
days.
of loans or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess even if they do care. It's silly.
It was.
Yeah, I don't know. Isabel was fine. She was all right. She was a
Mhm.
little sassy. I feel like she if this wasn't written by a woman, I would say it was a badly written woman, but apparently she just like, immediately gets all Twitter baited with Elias again.
Mm-hmm. Girls.
I don't know. You guys make
She's
no sense.
just a girl.
They got nothing.
She needed to be a full-grown woman, is what she.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
was
they were
wild.
like 30-ish. They were like our age, roughly.
Yeah. Yeah.
If somebody was like, "You're just a girl," to me, I'd smack them.
But,
Am I just a girl?
Explain what that means.
I'm the creature of the night.
Creature of the night.
But like a snuggly one.
You're like Sully from Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
oh my God. I don't
I
know.
love him.
It was, yeah, and it was kind of like I think the best part was the assistant and the farmhand guy.
and
What was his name? I
yeah.
don't remember either of the names.
I don't remember his name either.
Anyway,
but they were so cute.
They were cute,
He
and
was
then
the
the
best,
little
though.
girl who was precocious, to say the least.
Yeah. Oh man, listen, whenever Elias was watching her and they made cookies,
Yeah, that was
cute.
That
was
was
cute.
silly. That was silly.
I don't even care. It was silly, but it was cute.
Well, because
I was
I
like,
think
wow.
the issue I have with that was not the fact that they were doing it. I think that was like a good thing for somebody to do, and I could see another person doing it. I could not
Yeah.
see him doing it
Yeah.
at that point in the book.
Yeah.
Because he's still very much curmudgeon. He hadn't quite gotten over to like the whole.
He was starting to thaw.
He was starting to, but seriously.
It was like light bulb. It wasn't
Yeah.
like it wasn't a slow thaw.
This was not
or
a
something. I
gradual
don't know.
thing.
It was just
yeah,
like,
no, it was like
Yeah,
it was
like,
almost
yeah.
immediately, and anything to
Yeah.
do with that kid. He didn't even like kids.
no,
right?
he didn't even know
And
she
then-
existed. Refused to acknowledge her.
Yeah, that's true. He found out about her in this book and then ignored the fact that she existed or forgot about it again until he actually
Multiple
sees her
times.
and she's like, "Do you really have a stone heart?" And then it's the stupid thing where she puts her hand on his chest and she can feel
You have a
beating. He's like, "He
heartbeat."
has a heart." I was like, "Oh my God. I can't even with this."
Maybe he never got his object permanence.
Yeah,
And
he
that's
never
why
got
he
it. That's what it
forgot.
is. Not in the field of view, so he just forgets. My God, it's so silly.
No, that's There were a lot of things in this that didn't, I don't know, totally add up. I think now that I'm more removed from my review,
I think
like
5 stars is a
I'll
little too high,
probably-
right?
I'll probably go back and put it back.
Get to 2.
So it wasn't great. I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to like it
I do that
less now that I'm
sometimes,
talking
though.
about
Yeah.
it more.
You need to leave your original review and then put like an edit at the bottom.
Edit.
Now that I've thought about it.
I thought about this, and it's actually garbage.
Now that I've actually processed it.
No, I'm not going to drop mine personally down to 2 stars because I don't think it's quite as hateful as the
Yeah.
other ones. It's just fine. That's the issue. I think that
Yeah.
if people really like specifically Hallmark movies, they will like this book a lot.
Mhm.
I don't think
But-
so because I like Hallmark movies.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
really?
I do like them.
My mom read
I think
this.
they're stupid. I mean, it's like I like them like I like the stupid sci-fi movies,
Oh, well, that's different. Yeah.
but I
I'm
do
t-
like them.
I'm
My
talking
mom
about
read it and she loved
Oh,
it.
go ahead.
But she
What'd
likes
she-
Hallmark movies too. So
Did you
I don't
said
know.
she liked it?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so
I was like,
if
I was
you
like,
like-
did you?
if you like Hallmark movies unironically, as in like you think they're actually
Yeah.
good and they make you feel good,
Yeah.
then I say you would like this. If you watch them because you want to see stupid Hallmark movies,
Yes.
Mother, then
love
I
'em.
think that you're not going to like this.
This is
Because
not
it's
going
not
to be the
stupid
one.
enough. It's stupid in the
this
wrong
one is-
ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one is definitely a letdown as far as like a cheesy Hallmark movie.
I
Like
really
Yeah.
don't know the last time I watched a Hallmark
there were
movie.
cheesy moments, but like not. I don't. It just didn't redeem everything. Like the cheesy moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And
really
was,
didn't.
It was not funny enough.
It really,
For me,
it
it
really
wasn't
was.
funny.
I mean, like there
It
were some
wasn't
funny bits.
Yeah, there wasn't anything funny at all in this book. Is it?
But it was
is
just
it
like-
said that it's a rom-com? I don't actually know.
I just assumed. I really just assumed because of the title, "How the Grump Saved Christmas." Like that has to be funny.
Did he
It does
even
sound
say
like-
Christmas?
yeah.
Oh, no, he did. Oh, okay, yeah, that was the other thing. Oh my God. Guys, at the ending of this book, for those of you who have not read it, which, I mean, fair. At the end of this book, Elias, what does he purchase? He pays off all of their loans.
Yes.
Like, okay, so he's been there for a couple months. They decide to get married. He pays off all of their loans, which he does this before he proposes, just FYI.
Mhm.
Like, this is, I mean, she's kind of
I mean,
almost
that was a
forced into it at
redeeming
that point.
quality.
It's not
That
a great
was.
look.
Yeah.
But he pays off all their loans, takes care of everything financial, sells his condo, and moves to this area back into Tillicum to start a new
Mhm.
business or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this is from the guy. This is in like what, a 2-month period.
Yes.
My mind was blown. I was like, what in the world is going on? Oh, but my gosh, could you imagine if she said no at that point? No, I don't want to get married to you. You've like left.
That would have been the comedy.
Yes. Yep.
That would have
Yep.
been, oh my God. Oof.
Yes. Actually, that's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Like give it a little
actually,
bit more time.
no. I think I'm gonna leave this time.
Bye.
Peace, thanks
my
for paying
God.
off everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can keep the keep the farm and not have to deal with you. For reals though.
Who has the stone heart now?
This actually got the Swoon Award nominee for Holiday Romance in 2022. Just FYI.
What? The
Oh
my
swoon?
God.
The Swoon Award. It's a nominee. It didn't actually win, but it's a nominee.
Oh, okay. It didn't win. I thought you said it won, and I
I
was
did
like,
too.
where?
No, it was nominated for. Sorry, it was nominated for the Swoon Award.
That's crazy. It was nominated.
I was seeing if they had like, actual. I thought they had tags on these things for like genre.
I don't know if. I don't know. I can't really read. I don't feel like Goodreads. Do they really?
I don't think they do. Do they?
Well,
I know
thought
that they do
would.
on Fantastic
I know
Fiction.
you can sort
but
by that. That's the thing. So I feel like there
is it
was
just like
tags
at the
or
bottom
something.
of the summary of it then?
Oh yeah, no. Here we go. Genres. Yeah, I'm just blind. Christmas, romance, holiday, contemporary romance, contemporary, adult. It does not chick lit, which is kind of a funny one.
Yeah, whatever.
But comedy is not on here. So just
That's
FYI.
so like. Why would you name your book that if you're not going to make it funny?
I don't know.
That's upsetting,
To lure
honestly.
people in.
She has
You know
another
what? Yeah,
book
she
that
did
came
it.
out the next year called A Very Grumpy Christmas.
I bet it's not funny either.
Oh my God, no! This is.
Probably not.
Wait a second.
Did they screw up the
Oh
farm
no,
again?
no! I think it's the same book, but it's translated into. I have no idea because the cover's still in English. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a translated version. It's in German. They translated to German, so it's called A Very Grumpy Christmas in that one. It's the same book though.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah, Off-Bow Digital. Very German sounding.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this for a solid 42 minutes now, almost
Okay,
43.
actually, so since we've talked about this and the Goodreads Awards came out just today, do you guys want to talk about
Yeah.
that briefly?
We can, yeah.
Just to like fill out the rest of the time. I wanted to talk about it anyway because I forgot about this entirely. I did not actually vote this year. I usually do, and my
I
books
didn't
never
vote
win.
either.
But so I guess it doesn't matter.
I
Anyway.
voted for a couple, just not any of the ones that I actually knew.
All right, so we'll just briefly go through them. If anybody's read any of these or wants to read them, let me know. So for fiction, we have The Wedding People, which I did read and we talked about a little bit. It's a fun book. I would say definitely check it out. Actually, this has been a thing. So at our book club at work, we've had 4 or 5 books this year that have been about suicide as a significant factor in the book. And I don't know what that says about us, but we keep doing it.
Hey, it's better than cannibalism,
It is better than cannibalism, but
which
only
is
just.
what I seem to always pick. Which is really surprising since I don't read synopsises. Like, how do I do that?
I don't know, you just got a
How?
vibe, apparently.
This one.
Next one
This
is
one's
historical
good.
fiction. It's called The Women by Kristen Hanna. And didn't Kristen Hanna... She
She's
wrote
just
another very popular book.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
Nightingale or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the one on the mountain. I don't know. She wrote
Anyway,
like
she's
a
very
bunch of
popular.
them. The Great Alone,
I
I
have
think
not
it
read
was, maybe.
any of her books. Yeah, The Nightingale was the
Mm-mm.
big one. The Four Winds is the one I've been thinking of. And I did, I think, want to read The Four Winds because I heard it was good. But I mean, it could be one of those ones where it's like they say it's good and it's just like very much
Everybody
not my
said
cup of
it
tea.
was good. That's too many people.
The next one is mystery and thriller, The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. No idea.
I've never heard of it.
I've never even heard of this or Liz Moore.
I think I've seen that in a.
I'm
in
getting
your catalogs.
chills.
All right, the next one is the romance one. It's Funny Story by Emily Henry.
She's a
which
popular one right now.
She's very popular.
I've
I feel like her
never
books
even
are hit
heard
and
of
miss,
her.
though. is
She's
what it
done
seems
she's done 3 or 4. Are they? You said that. Never mind. I don't know. Just let me out. It's fine.
I mean, from what I understand, all her books are basically the same thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I've never
it's
even
just
heard of her.
they're romance books. This is the highest rated one she has. It looks like. Yeah. Book Lovers is slightly less,
Yeah.
but people like Book Lovers as well. But yeah, they're basically. I think they're all meet cutes or something like that. Because why wouldn't they be? And people love that junk. I bet you can't guess who won Romantasy.
Actually, I can't remember.
There's
who
only
was
2
even on
people.
there,
There's
but-
only 2 people. It's Rebecca Yarros or Sarah J. Maas, and in this case,
I
it's
was
Sarah
gonna
J.
say
Maas.
Yarros.
I just don't say either one. I don't care who won. I don't care.
Is it
It's House of
Yarros?
Flame and Shadow, because we have
That's
Noun
Moss,
of Noun
isn't
and
it?
Noun won
Yeah.
again this year. I'm pretty sure something like that has won all the years. It's only been out,
People
like,
can't
I think
help
they've only had
themselves.
Romantasy for like 2 or 3 years now. But anyway, so this one is, I don't know, Sarah J. Maas. It's probably got fairy banging or something like that. And I don't know.
Which one is that?
House of Flame and Shadow?
Yeah.
It is.
Is that the 3rd series that she did?
Probably. I don't know.
Because I think it's the one that
is
came out this year.
Gross.
House of Flame and Shadow. This one is, well, it's got really good reviews. I'll tell you that.
Of course it does. She has a cult.
That's literally what they are. It's
we
on-
did not drink. Like, we dabbled in the Kool-Aid, but we did not drink it. Like, we didn't like it. So,
I sniffed it and snarled my nose up at it.
yeah.
From what I hear, she is getting to be a better writer now.
I doubt that.
Well, okay, no,
I liked-
when your bar, I mean, at the beginning is so low, because it was the first books were not well written at all. But
I
apparently
liked
she's
Throne
getting
of
better.
Glass better. But
Would you say that
only-
the writing quality is good, though? That's why I think is improving.
No.
is the writing quality.
No.
I believe this
No,
is
no.
her 3rd series, it looks like.
No, because even in Throne of Glass, it was still the whole, like, I don't know, I found my mate, so I'm going to say mate 573
Oh my
times
God.
in 3 chapters. And then we're also going to talk about scenting people. I just can't. I can't do that.
Watery bowels.
Oh my God. Listen, Aelin did not have that, but wow. Like,
Anyway, moving on. We have Fantasy, which is Somewhere Beyond the Sea, which I have
Mhm.
downloaded on my phone. I have not listened
oh my
to
God,
it
it
yet.
was so good. It was
I haven't
so
read
good.
Yet.
Better than the first one or about the same?
Is it the same people?
Yes.
It's the same people as
I would really,
Cerulean
House
Sea.
of the Cerulean Sea, yeah.
I really don't know if I could pick one as better than the other.
I'll be right back.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I've been wanting to read it, obviously, because I loved the first one. I just haven't been in the mood for something that sort of a book recently. I've been reading The Expanse and whatnot, so yeah. The next one is science fiction. It's The Ministry of Time by Kayleen Bradley. Let me look here real quick. Make sure that that's actually the name. Kalliane Bradley? It's Kaliane, so I don't know how you say that. Anyway, it's The
Kellyanne
Ministry of
sounds right.
Time, which is a time travel romance book.
Hmm.
Might be good. I don't know. I heard it was decent previously, and I really liked the cover. That's the main reason I wanted to read it. You know, I saw the cover one time and I was like, dang, that's dope. I want that.
Well, you know.
Just because of the lettering colors. The next one is You Like It Darker by Stephen King, which I thought was a short story compilation. Is it not? No, yeah, it's a short story collection. So apparently, honestly, I think that a lot of King's short stories are supposed to be better than his actual books, which, I mean, fair, because his books sometimes
I
are
was
like,
going to say
damn,
he
they
has to
suck.
cut a bunch out, probably. That's why.
Yeah. So since they're probably nice and tighter, they're probably better. in some ways. But anyway, I've been wanting to read You Like It Darker. I just like Stephen King. I just haven't been in the mood for that either. You have to be very much in a mood for Stephen King, I think. Debut novel, we have How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong. Sure. I can't help but notice that over half of these are romances because Goodreads has a demographic.
Yeah.
Just saying.
They've taken over.
Yeah, they've taken it over. For audiobook, it's Funny Story by Emily Henry again. Young adult fantasy is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. Beating
even
out
heard that one.
Defiant, which, I mean, Defiant was not great, so that's fair. Like, the rest of that series was good, but not that book. I was seeing if Rebecca Ross has written anything that... No, but she does do the noun of noun and noun naming scheme for some of her stuff. Oh well. Next one, young adult fiction, is Heartstopper
Well, yeah, that was a popular one.
by... What's this person's name? Alice Osman. Or Osman. Then we have nonfiction, The Anxious Generation. I heard that one was actually pretty decent.
It's nonfiction. I'm sure
It's
it's
what?
The Anxious Generation.
It's The Anxious Generation. How the Great Rewiring of Childhood Caused an Epidemic of Mental Illness.
Oh, I believe that.
You realize it was your generation that made our generation anxious, right?
It was not.
We are literally the anxious generation.
It was technology.
We didn't get technology until we were in our teens.
You guys were outside playing in the woods like everybody else. Because I made you.
Hear that,
Anyway.
guys?
Oh, wow.
Forced us outside, told us we were not allowed to come back in.
Yeah, for like a whole hour or two.
My God.
No,
That's because she just wanted
all
us
day.
to leave her alone.
all day. Was it
It
not?
was not
It
all
was
day.
sometimes all day, yeah.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Because when you came back in, you didn't listen.
Do we listen now?
No.
Just FYI, the one of the other books nominated is by Gillian Anderson.
Really?
Do you guys remember who she is?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
If it's the
Scully.
same Gillian Anderson, that's Scully from the X-Files.
Oh, cool. I don't know actors'
Oh,
names.
she's just the editor, though. Oh, well.
Oh.
Didn't write it. I was more
it
excited if
spooky
she'd
stuff?
written it. Anyway, memoir, Kelly Bishop III, Gilmore Girl. I'm not really a big fan of memoirs, so yeah. And then history and biography. It's The Bookshop, A History of the American Bookstore by Evan Friss, which honestly could be a nonfiction pick. I would read that. That sounds fun.
No.
All right, well that's all the Good Choice Awards. I had two books. Well, one book that I've read was nominated that did not make it, and that was I Was a Teenage Slasher.
A Sorceress Comes to Call was nominated. I can't remember what it was under, but that was a really good book. It was T. Keith Fisher, but man, I loved that book.
It sounded like so many of those were like romance based.
Which
What?
one?
Just for the title in that list that won.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
It's because people Goodreads
Uh-huh.
almost exclusively like romances. Like I don't know what the
It's
demographics
not
are
even-
exactly, but it's a huge portion of people who just read romance.
It's not even just Goodreads anymore, though. It's like most of social media. Like any TikToks and Reels I find, like
it's all smut.
my book talk used to be like really good recommendations from like YA to sci-fi to like, I mean, I got a little bit of smut here and there, but I was like, I don't care about that. But now it's like almost every single video I see. And that's like, God, can we not? Like,
I have like one person I follow who only does horror.
Mhm.
That's all they review.
Yeah, I send you some videos from a girl that does horror books.
But
I don't
the
even-
brown-haired one. I
Maybe.
was gonna say because I follow her now.
I
Maybe.
think I only listened to like 2 or 3 people, and none of them do.
Every
smut.
time I've read a book talk book suggestion where they're like, if you like this book, you'll love this one. I hate them. I hate every single one. They're stupid.
Sounds
They're
about
badly
right.
wrote.
I will say that girl that I was telling you about the other day, whenever she said she was doing like recommendations for if you liked this person, you'll like this person.
Mm-hmm.
She did if you liked Reese but wanted him to be actually better or something like something along those lines. And then she did you need to meet Envy. I was like, yes, yeah, because actually Reese sucks. I said what I said.
Okay.
Anyway.
I've watched Jack Edwards, but I don't really like his stuff most of the time.
I don't follow any actual book talk people. Like it just comes across my feeds.
Well, these are like on YouTube.
Mhm.
I can't remember. There's one dude he's like friends with Brandon Sanderson, Brando Sando, as they say. Who does some really good book coverage. He's the one who turned me on to Dungeon Crawler Carl, which actually I can probably look that up real
Best
quick.
ever. That is.
And then
I
there's
saw
this other chick who's been reading through the Dresden Files, who I
saw
follow.
this girl who went to a bookstore to buy a Brandon Sanderson book, and none of them were on the shelf. And she was like trying to figure out. And then she met him, and he was there taking all his books off the shelf and signing them all. So he gave her the whole thing signed.
I'd have probably still yelled
I
at
saw
him.
that, yeah. It was like, I was looking for the books and I just couldn't find them. I was like, yeah, well, we're taking them all off because I'm giving a talk here later.
Yep.
That's funny.
It was funny. Yeah,
He'd
it
have
was
given me
great.
the books and I'd have been like, I'm still mad at you. But fine. Yeah.
And then
by the way,
slowly
it was
back away.
Daniel Green is one of the guys. And I can't find the chick. I subscribed to this person. Why the heck is she not coming up in my searches?
Because she's an enigma.
I don't think she's posted anything in a while. Either I just haven't seen it. Anyway, there's another woman who does like lots of very good book review type stuff. Oh, here we go. Murphy Napier, if you haven't heard of her. She's great. Murphy and Daniel are my two favorite people on YouTube. They've got similar sorts of vibes to our reading style. So if you guys want to check them out, they're really good.
I don't watch YouTube. Do they have other social media thingies?
I mean, they've probably got TikTok and Shorts and Instagram and all that junk. They're social media people. They've got to be on that.
Okay. You'll have to send it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find anything. Murphy Napier, Daniel Green.
Because I don't get on YouTube ever.
And if you're one of those people who probably doesn't listen to this podcast, if you are one of these people who likes, just fiction or nonfiction, but like fiction, not like sci-fi, not genre stuff, I would say that other guy who I said, he's very big. He's probably the biggest person on YouTube, so I don't think I need to really point him out. But his name is Jack Edwards.
Never
Also,
heard of
here Emily Fox is good, but whatever. I think that's about it. I don't know. We've gone almost an hour. We're good to go.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep. All right. Well, the next couple of episodes we have. Our next episode, we're doing a Christmas episode where we each will highlight a different Christmas culture. And then we're going to do a New Year's book wrap-up, plus a look at some books we are excited to read in 2025. And then we need to figure this book out, but parts 1 and 2 of our group deep dive to start out the new year. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's time for us to sign off, but before we go, only the best libraries have librarians who don't shush you.